Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Hawkeyes Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, presented by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, delivering the funds the university needs to drive academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also brought to you by University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. And by 988 Lifeline. If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. This is the University of Iowa Energy Collab pregame show, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Here's Rob Brooks.
And welcome into semifinal Saturday as the Iowa Hawkeyes will take on the Michigan Wolverines for the right to meet the Nebraska Cornhuskers, as they have just defeated the Maryland Terrapins in the first semifinal game this afternoon, 78-68. Really, Nebraska controlled the entire second half. Maryland made a couple of runs, but it was Jazz Shelley. She was certainly too much for Maryland this afternoon. Ended up with 30 points and 9 rebounds on 10 of 16 from the floor. Made 6 out of 12 from three-point range and played all 40 minutes. So that's really where, if Iowa can advance after today, and it certainly won't be easy against a hot Michigan team, is that that's where it really kind of matters how many games that you have played, because whether it was going to be Maryland or Nebraska, both of those teams would have played their fourth game tomorrow. The Hawkeyes will play their second this afternoon and hopefully their third tomorrow. But first things first, the Michigan Wolverines, winners against Indiana last night in the final game of the session. A bit of an upset, certainly, at 69-56. Indiana just could not get close enough to Michigan to really make them nervous or concerned, because any mini run that the Hoosiers had, Michigan easily answered. And now Michigan has defeated Minnesota and Indiana to get to this afternoon's semifinal action. Of course, the Hawkeyes sensational, especially at the start last night, taking care of Penn State, 95-62. 19 offensive rebounds for the Hawkeyes, 5 different players in double figures, and made 15 three-pointers. Took 44 of them, but Caitlin Clark, off night, a rare off night where she was 2 out of 14, but that's where the teammates stepped up and helped out, especially in that category. The likes of Sydney Falter, Gabby Marshall, Taylor McCabe, they ended up 11 of 19 combined from three-point range. 3 out of 4 for Falter, along with a career-high 18 points. Gabby Marshall just continues her hot streak. The last 3 games was 4 out of 7 from deep. And Taylor McCabe, in 15 minutes and 22 seconds, 4 out of 8 from 3. Also had a couple assists and no turnovers. And that was a key component coming into this tournament, with no Molly Davis, who was going to capture the extra 25 minutes that were available. Sydney Falter obviously slipped into the starting lineup, played almost 30 minutes. And then Taylor McCabe had 15-22. And Kylie Feuerbach was outstanding as well, with 5 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, and only 1 turnover. She played 19 minutes and 8 seconds. And that's key. You don't want to log starter-type minutes, you like to call them, 36 to 40 minutes, as many of the Wolverine players have, Nebraska players have, and the Maryland players certainly have. This is the time of a tournament where it really starts to make a difference, and hopefully in the Hawkeyes' favor. Both teams out and warming up. We are about 20 minutes away from tip. The Hawkeyes, the basket to our right. The Wolverines, the basket to our left. We are at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis for the semifinals of the Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament. Tiffany will be along with her Crystal Group, keys to a Hawkeye victory. And Lisa Bluder will be with me on the pregame show when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io.
Welcome back inside the Target Center on the pregame show before we get set for semifinal action. Iowa and the Michigan Wolverines here with head coach Lisa Bluder coming off a terrific victory against Penn State. Last night, coach, 5 players in double figures, 26 out of 30 from the free throw line, 19 O boards, and what a outstanding game, and got off to a great start, scored 30 points there in the first quarter.
Yeah, just a tremendous start. You know what? We shot the 3 ball really well, with the exception of Caitlin, which is hard to believe. I'm even saying that, but it's true. I mean, they really clogged up the paint. They were taking away our inside game, taking away our drive, and our three-point shooters just stepped up and said, okay, let's have a day, and they did.
And isn't that kind of nice, too? Maybe Caitlin doesn't shoot her best from 3, but the other team steps up, and you've been talking about that all season long. Hey, there's other players that can step up and play well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so important going into the postseason, because people are going to try to take Caitlin away and do everything they can to accomplish that, and we need to have other people step up, and we need Caitlin to concentrate on passing the ball, rebounding, setting up our offense, and not always having to be the main offensive player.
Of course, missing Molly Davis, we talked yesterday, had to find 25 minutes, and boy, that couldn't have gone any better, could it?
Yeah, boy, Sydney Folter just stepped into that starting lineup like she'd been there all year and just did so much dirty work, got rebounds for us, 3 offensive, scored for us, played great defense, diving on the floor for loose balls. Gabby Marshall, who's been there all, in the lineup all year, hits 4 threes again for us. But, Kylie Fierbrock comes in and plays good minutes for us. Taylor McCabe, I think she had 4 as well yesterday. They did a great job taking care of those lost minutes with Molly being on the bench.
We'll be back with more from Coach Bluder after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Lisa, you said something yesterday that made a lot of sense. If you are playing at this point in time in the season in postseason conference tournaments, you've got a good basketball team, and certainly that is the case today. Michigan comes in here with two outstanding victories, and you know the interesting thing with them yesterday against Indiana, you thought, okay, here come the Hoosiers, make a run. Didn't happen. Michigan answered every single time in the third and fourth quarters.
Michigan picked up their 20th win of the year, and first half it didn't look good for Michigan, and they went into halftime and came out a different basketball team, scored 48 points in the second half. Lauren Jensen really heated up, scored some great threes. Layla Feely is playing like a pro, which we all know she is a future pro, but absolutely playing like one right now, just doing a great job on the boards, doing a great job attacking the basket. They have so many weapons. Jordan Hobbs had a great game against us the first time, was a little quieter yesterday, but both of their posts are playing a lot better as well.
Things just never go as planned, right? Ohio State leaves after one game, Indiana, and of course you're the highest remaining seed, but you got to be ready for everything in this type of situation, don't you?
You really do, and that's why our staff is so good. We had scouts prepared for both teams, and we were ready to go with both teams last night. That's, again, we did the pre-work, a lot of wasted work with Ohio State and Indiana, but the pre-work is serving us well right now.
Only played Michigan one time inside Carver, and of course a special night with Caitlin's record-setting shot. Does it really make any difference if it's a third time or a second time at this stage? I don't know that it really does, but that game at our place was such a special game. Caitlin has 48 points, a triple-double, breaks the record. I mean, we can't expect that kind of performance out of Caitlin tonight. That was a special night with great Hawkeye fans in attendance and just so much atmosphere in there. But I'm telling you, the crowd here has been amazing. I can't say thank you enough to our unbelievable, loyal Hawkeye fans that have filled this up and made this Carver North once again. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It just really feels like a home crowd last night. The Let's Go Hawks, the IOWA.
The Molly when she came out. Wasn't that great? Every time Molly, I loved it.
They're paying attention, aren't they?
Well, our fans are knowledgeable, and they're lined up hours and hours before to get in and just waiting in line, to have the good seats. And so I'm just so thrilled that I get to work at a university and have such unbelievable boosters and fans like we do at Iowa.
Well, let's keep it rolling.
Let's go.
Head coach Lisa Bluder on the pregame show before the Hawks and the Wolverines. Back with more from downtown Minneapolis after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Supporters of the Hawkeye women's basketball postseason. GameBridge and the Parity Flex product designed specifically for women. Crystal Group, 100% employee-owned and driving innovation with real ownership. And the UI Energy Collaborative, enhancing academic and research excellence across campus.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga. breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
At Crystal Group, we are driven to make the world safer and more efficient by building superior rugged technology for those on the front lines and in industries that grow our economy. As a 100% employee-owned company, our employee owners are committed to each other's success and are motivated to do things others can't or won't. At Crystal Group, we understand that we're part of something bigger and are proud to support our community and the Hawkeyes.
Hey, Hawkeyes, while your hard-at-working class are on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa Athletic Programs to serve charities in Eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com.
Welcome back courtside, the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, the second semifinal of the Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament, Iowa and Michigan, for the right to play the Nebraska Cornhuskers for the Big Ten Championship tomorrow, as Nebraska defeated Maryland 78-68. Nebraska, as the 5th seed in the tournament, victory came on Thursday against Purdue and then took out Michigan State in the 4-5 game yesterday before ousting Maryland, who came in as the number 8 seed, but probably has solidified themselves for the NCAA tournament. Coverage of the Big Ten tournament right here on the Hawkeye Radio Network is presented by your Central Midwest Honda dealers with an amazing lineup of rugged SUVs. Your Central Midwest Honda dealers know how to dominate the competition. That's why we're such big fans of the black and gold women's basketball team as they begin their March push. Fasten your seatbelts and go Hawkeyes. Hawks back out on the court. The fans are certainly ready, and you will hear them loudly this afternoon. Keys to the Game is brought to you by the Crystal Group. Based in Hiawatha, Crystal Group is 100% employee-owned company, driving innovation with real ownership. Learn more at crystalrugged.com. Tiffany, how do we get to Sunday, the Hawks and the Huskers?
Well, first of all, Rob, I would guess that the majority of fans here today were expecting an Iowa versus Indiana rematch. Instead, we saw the monumental comeback from the number 6 seed Michigan in that second half to end Indiana's run and bring us here today. This afternoon is going to be interesting. We have a tale of two teams. Here's the deal. Not surprisingly, Iowa leads the Big Ten in the country in scoring at about 92 points per game, while Michigan leads the Big Ten in defense, holding their opponents to 62 points per game. What you've got in Michigan, their coach, Kim Barnes, Erico, takes pride in her disciplined defensive focus for her Wolverine team. In that same vein, Caitlin Clark has, as Coach Bluder mentioned, recorded her career best in points with 46 and 49 against Michigan, and then, of course, broke her NCAA scoring record back in February. For this reason, I see Caitlin Clark as being absolutely zoned in tonight. She was off yesterday. Rare, poor shooting performance from her, and we know that gets to her more than she shows. I see her bouncing back and absolutely zoned in. But we should expect, we saw it the last game, a box and one or some other sort of junk defense, which again opens up the court for our, I'm dubbing them our March sweethearts, Gabby Marshall, Taylor McCabe, Kylie Fierbach, and of course the big dog, Sydney Fulter. They will certainly need to continue their valuable contributions. Second things the Hawks need to do tonight is stop the momentum. Here's another interesting fact. Michigan scored 21 points in the first half yesterday and had 29 in the fourth quarter alone. We saw Layla Filia score her career best 30 points. And of course, Lauren Hansen had the 4 threes, 3 of those in the fourth quarter. They are disciplined on offense. We will see them sometimes pass the ball 8 or 9 times before they take the shot. Run the same play 4 or 5 times before they move on to the next. So each Hawk tonight is going to need to take their defensive assignment very seriously. I personally look forward to seeing a matchup between Filia and Sydney Falter. And alternatively, our 2-3 zone may be a viable option tonight as it was the last round. I guess the stage has been set here, Rob, in a much different way than we thought it would. But every game counts, one game at a time. We know that Michigan is a tough team. We're going to have to play our best to get the win tonight.
You almost can throw that first game out because of what you just discussed. Caitlin Clark knocking down that long-range 3 for the NCAA women's scoring record. And, of course, all the emotion surrounding that. And she had the career high. And that took place on the 15th of February, 106-89. So as good as Michigan's defense has been, Iowa ended up scoring 106 in that game. Well, let's join the public address announcer for this afternoon's starting lineups. So you can hear the Hawkeye fans are ready to roll as they have been all season, and certainly here in downtown Minneapolis. This afternoon's opening tip is brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval. Minimum $50 deposit. Requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. Layla Filia, 6-foot junior, averaging 16.7. Michigan's best player. Hawkeyes come out in the white home uniforms, black Iowa across the front, black numbers. Michigan in the road blue uniforms with the Maize Michigan across the front, and Maize numbers as well. Stolke will step in. Center court and jump with Chira Evans, a 6'2 sophomore. She had 13 in the only meeting of the regular season between these two teams. So here we go, the Hawks and the Wolverines. Semifinal action, Big Ten tournament, and Michigan wins the tip, and Filia grabs the ball, and Michigan will have possession. Basket to our left. Lauren Hansen, right side, asking for some help. Filia comes out in between the circles. Sydney Falter gets the assignment. Then Filia gets into the paint, tries to make a move, and a step-through move, and is called for traveling as she just slid that pivot foot.
Yeah, she lost control of her body right out of the chute.
Kim Barnes-Arico, the head coach for Michigan in her 13th year. And a quick foul on Caitlin Clark. Little arm bar. She tried to go down the right side of the lane. That's not what you want to see about 30 seconds in.
Caitlin just got the call, but actually so did Layla Filia on that. They called that an offensive foul. So 2 offensive fouls coming out of the chute.
2 best players, 2 possessions. Filia has the ball in between the circles, drives down the left side. Britt tries to move it to Hobbs. She lost control of it, but dug up by Hansen on the right side. Being defended by Marshall. She pulls up from 16 straight away, rimming no. And a huge rebound by Hannah Stolke. Gets it to Clark across the timeline. Bounce past Kate Martin, right side. Now back to Gabby Marshall. Kate just got off to a great start last night. Knocked down a 3-pointer, holds the ball in the right wing. Brett comes out on Clark, who drives down. Little floater off the window, no good. Missed it just outside the paint on the right side. Michigan with the rebound. Ahead to Filia. Hesitates, drives down on the block, goes up short. Missed an easy shot. A Falter the rebound. Gets it to Clark. Caitlin at the free throw line. Drives in. Layup. Window good.
Nice change of motion there for Caitlin Clark. She sort of slowed up just a touch, enough to get her defense to sleep for a wide open layup.
A little hesitation move with the right-handed dribble, and the Hawkeyes strike first. 2-0 early going. Filia on the right side. And here's an interception by Clark. Drives down the right side, slips a bounce pass off to a wide open Sydney Falter, left-handed layup good.
Caitlin Clark looked determined to shoot that layup, but made the right call, drew that defender, and obviously Sydney Falter was wide open.
She paused, drew 2 defenders, and then a Falter was wide open. 4-0 Iowa. 3-pointer Hobbs, right wing, no good. And Kate Martin is going to be called for a foul on a 3-pointer. That'll be 2 team fouls on the Hawkeyes and 3 free throws.
That was a tough call. It was close. It was one of those situations where they sort of landed in the same space.
First free throw good by Hobbs, who had 10 last night against Indiana. And that's the scouting report on her. She has a quick release and will shoot an open 3. Knocks down the second. It's 4-2. 7:47 left to go in the first quarter. And the third one right through. Hawks 4, Michigan 3. Clark across the timeline. Pulls up her dribble, about 35 feet away, looks for help. Still looking, has the ball swatted away, but Clark regains it, and now she'll fire a deep 3-pointer in and out, and back in.
She almost lost control of that ball, gathered herself for the deep 3.
7-3 Hawkeyes. Hobbs hands it off to Brett. Now back to Hobbs, left wing, makes a move in the paint, hesitates, fakes, up and under move, left hand, spinning off the rim, no. And the rebound taken down by Kate Martin. Ahead to Clark. Clark at the top of the key, racing down the lane, then brings it back out to the right wing. Flips a pass inside Martin. Layup, window, good.
Beautiful cut straight down the lane by Kate Martin. Of course, assist Caitlin Clark.
9-3 Hawkeyes. 6:45 left to go in the first. Hansen in between the circles for the Michigan Wolverines. Gets it to Evans. 6'2" sophomore now gives it off to Hansen. Fakes a three. Puts the ball on the floor. Now back right side. Hobbs for three and buries it right in front of the Hawkeye bench. So Hobbs with 6. All Wolverine points to date. 9-6 Hawkeyes. Clark gets it to Stalky in the paint. Goes up strong off the window and scores. (11-6). Really good pace to this one. Here's Hobbs in between the circles. Martin comes out on her. Uses a screen. Gives it off to Brett. Circles the ball to Filia. Free throw line extended left. And now she gets into the paint. Spins. Nice defense by Affolter. Now back out Hansen. Three-pointer. Left wing is good. Hansen's first basket. She had 16 last night against the Hoosiers. Inside, Stalky goes strong off the Affolter pass and finishes with the right hand. 13-9. We're under 4 first quarter. Hansen on the right wing. Gabby Marshall comes out on her. Knocks the ball high in the air. Regathered by Hansen. She fires a three-pointer, and that's good right at the top of the key.
She is staying in the zone. Again, 4 threes yesterday in the fourth quarter alone, and she is continuing that. The Hawks will need to zoom in on her.
Michigan now has hit 3 threes as a team. Clark gets by Brett, and before she could get into the paint, a foul is called. Evans comes in for Michigan. Kylie Feuerbach for the Hawkeyes. Iowa by 1. Also Addie O'Grady for Stalky. Brett picks up her first personal. It'll be Iowa basketball along the sideline. Clark now has it in between the circles, closer to half court. As Taylor Woodson into the game is now defending Caitlin. She gets it back. Deep three straight away. Rimming no. Rebound by Cameron Williams also into the game. Michigan goes to the bench early. Here's Filia in the paint. Runner no. And crashing toward the boards is Williams, who just knocked over Sydney Affolter as the ball goes out of bounds.
And again, I love this matchup of Sydney Affolter and Layla Filia. Right now, Sid is stepping up to the plate and is playing solid defense, getting a hand up in the air. Layla Filia, she gets into the center of the lane. She'll do step throughs, up and unders, and Sydney is not allowing that to happen at this moment.
We've got our first timeout on the floor. Yes, this has been back and forth. Quick possessions. Iowa 13, Michigan 12. 4:43 left to go in the first quarter. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Thank you to the supporters of the Hawkeye women's basketball postseason. GameBridge and the Parity Flex product designed specifically for women. Crystal Group, 100% employee-owned and driving innovation with real ownership. And the UI Energy Collaborative, enhancing academic and research excellence across campus.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io.
Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa Athletic Programs to serve charities in Eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com.
Postseason coverage on the Hawkeye Radio Network is presented by your Central Midwest Honda dealers. Fasten your seatbelts, Iowa fans. It's postseason time. After a spectacular season, the women's basketball team is racing faster than a Honda Accord into the postseason, with their eyes on a thrilling drive to the finish. From your Central Midwest Honda dealers, go Hawkeyes!
Hawks by 1, 13-12. We remind you that this broadcast is copyrighted by the Big Ten Conference Incorporated, and the use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Big Ten Conference's express written consent is prohibited. So Michigan will have the basketball after the battle for the rebound underneath. Hobbs gets it to Filia. Swings the ball to Brett on the right wing. Now Hobbs, baseline, turnaround jumper 15, no. Crawled off the right side of the rim. Clark gets the rebound. Down court pass, O'Grady. Beautiful catch, and Addie lays it up and in.
Addie kept the ball high as she stayed in motion.
Brett quickly, three-pointer, drills it from the left wing. That's her first three-pointer, but that's the scouting report on Brett, Hansen, and Hobbs.
Yep.
Quick release, don't need a lot of room, and can shoot from 25 feet.
Yeah, and we're seeing 4 for 4 already. The other thing that those Michigan guards have in common is height. They have a couple inches on them compared to us, and that's tough to guard sometimes.
Tied at 15. Clark on the left wing tried to slip a pass into Addie O'Grady, and it is knocked away from her and out of bounds. It will be Hawkeye basketball along the baseline. Yeah, Michigan 4 for 4 from 3 on the season, just under 35%. Off the inbounds play, O'Grady, nobody found her, and laid it up and in on the right side. Quickly down court, Filia in the paint. Whips a pass to Woodson. Her 17-foot jumper is good, just beyond the right elbow. First bucket off the bench for Michigan. And we're knotted again at 17 with 3:35 left to go in the first quarter. Clark, three-pointer left to the top of the key, no. Ball tapped out of bounds, touched last by Sydney Falter. And it will be Michigan basketball. Kate Martin, Taylor McCabe, Anna Stalkey back for the Hawkeyes.
I think the Hawks on offense right now, well, they're not shooting terribly. They maybe need to get their offense set up just a bit. They're shooting a little quickly, and they could probably get a better shot.
Lauren Hansen for Brett, a change in the Michigan lineup. Will be Michigan basketball. Filia brings it across the timeline. Gets it to Woodson on the right wing. Hands it to Elise Stuck, who's now into the game. Cross-court pass. Woodson, 10-foot jumper, baseline, no. Stuck goes high for the rebound and gives Michigan another opportunity. Flips it back to Filia, who drops down a three-pointer left to the top of the key for her first basket. 5 threes for Michigan. Here's Clark at the free throw line. Lost control of the basketball. Dug up by Williams. Gets it ahead to Filia at the top of the key. Michigan by 3. Hansen for 3, right at the top of the key. And she drills it. That's 3 threes for the 5'9" graduate, Lauren Hansen. Here's Clark on the left wing. Comes back out, whips a pass cross court right side to Kate Martin. 23-17 Wolverines. Here's Clark in between the circles. Woodson on her. Caitlin makes a move to the right wing. Tries to turn the corner toward the baseline. Whips it to Feuerbach. Now McCabe puts it on the floor. Martin for 3. And that just skimmed off the left side of the rim. Had to shoot it. Shot clock was winding down. Michigan in transition. Woodson on the right side. Hawks down 23-17. 2 minutes left to go first quarter. Michigan red hot from 3. Here's Hansen on the right wing, puts it on the floor, goes to the basket, and contact and a foul. Hannah Stalkey with her first.
Yeah, the Hawks are getting hung up on a few on-ball screens, and And Michigan actually on the defensive end is playing Caitlin Clark. Kind of interesting. They're bringing a girl over, kind of almost a double team, and then back into the lane to catch their regular assignment.
Hansen at the free throw line makes the first. That's 10 points here in the first quarter. Michigan about 93% on the year has played man-to-man defense. Second one rolls in. And it's 25-17. 150 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Michigan's on a 10-0 run.
And have made 4 of their last 5 from the field. Here's Martin, spins, paint, didn't get it to go. A little bit strong off the window. Michigan digs it up. Here's Filia in the front court. Keeps that right-handed dribble going. Sydney Falter about 5 feet away from her. In between the circles. Now Filia goes to the right side. 12 to shoot. Now makes a move. She's at the free throw line. Gets it back to Hansen. Fakes a long 3. Now a pass to Woodson. And she traveled as she tried to make a move toward the baseline.
That was a good call. She just shuffled her feet as she took off.
Jordan Hobbs back for the Wolverines on top 25-17. Also Alyssa Brett as well. Hawkeye basketball. 1:11 left to go in the first. Hawkeyes haven't scored for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Clark gets it to Stalky at the free throw line. Spins in the paint, tracks a double team. Now to Marshall on the left wing. Fulter that same area. She drives baseline, gets it to Stalky. One dribble all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in. Split 2 defenders.
Split 2 defenders and shifted from the left to her right hand. Beautiful play by Hannah Stolke.
Hansen at the free throw line for Michigan. And they tried to get it into Williams. Knocked away and out of bounds by Hannah Stolke. And it's going to go off of Michigan. Iowa basketball. Really good defense down on the block by Hannah Stalky. Got that right hand in front of the passing lane and knocked the ball away, and then Michigan going after it, touched it last. Hawkeyes within 6, 30 seconds left to go. 20 on the shot clock. So about 10 seconds is the differentiation. Here's Clark out near the timeline on the right side. Hawks usually go with about 7. And now Clark makes a move. Angles left side. Lob pass inside. Stalky. And she's bumped from behind by Filia. That's her second.
You got to give it to Hannah Stolke right now. They are packing the paint. I think there were 3 girls in there, and she was able to grab that ball and get the foul.
But they're also doing a really good job, is Michigan, in defending the three-pointer.
Exactly.
Nothing has been open.
Their rotation right now is sort of in lockstep, so they are getting back to where they need to, and the other person slides over to the open shooter.
Here's Clark, 8 seconds left to go. Hesitates, angles right side, now gets it to Gabby Marshall for 3, drills it.
Here she goes, folks. Exactly what the Hawks needed to end the quarter, and again, finding that open player. They're there, but as you mentioned, Michigan, they're filling those gaps quickly, so the Hawks got to find that opening fast.
Knocked that one down from the short corner on the right wing, and that's Gabby Marshall's 5th three-pointer in this tournament. Good close for the Hawkeyes, as Michigan did not score a field goal the last 2:48, and they've been red hot, but the Hawkeye defense has been impressive. As a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular is built for us. We'll head to the second. Michigan 25, Iowa 22. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard? With 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources. Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
A Gabby Marshall three-pointer to pull the Hawkeyes to within 3 after 1 as we welcome you back to the Target Center, downtown Minneapolis. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Hawkeyes with it. Sydney Falter trying a bounce pass down on the right block to Hannah Stalkey, and it is knocked away. Good defense by Cameron Williams, a 6'3" senior out of Chicago. Hawks will have it along the baseline. Clark gets it into Martin, slips it up and in, lost her footing, but still found a way to get it off the window.
Yeah, almost slipped, kind of almost on her own feet, but
Hawks pull to within 1. Bounce pass inside. Williams turned around, left-handed hook shot, no good. Sydney Falter gets the rebound, falls down. Little friendly fire there as Martin was going after the rebound as well. Clark drops a bounce pass inside. Stalkey, strong left-handed layup is good.
nothing better than a Caitlin Clark to Hannah Stolke inside pass.
A lot of contact there. And Stalkey has 8 inside layup, no good. Brett missed it with the left hand. Ball tipped out though, and Michigan has a three-pointer that goes down for Hobbs. That is 7 out of 7 from 3 for the Wolverines.
Pretty unbelievable, and one would like to think that they cannot maintain that, so that's a good thing. We're hanging with Michigan as they are red hot from the three-point line.
Here's Clark on the right side, whips a pass intended for Hannah Stalkey right underneath the basket from the right wing, and Cameron Williams got around and knocked it out of bounds along the baseline. Michigan 28, Iowa 26, 8:46 left to go in the second. Clark looks inside. Gets it in to Marshall, now back to Caitlin. She'll fire a three-pointer. Swish from the right side.
Quick in-pass to Gabby Marshall, who fired it over to Caitlin Clark in the corner. Big three-pointer.
Clark with 8. Hawks a 1-point lead. And a foul is going to be called on Hannah Stalkey as Hobbs tried to go down the right side. And that'll be 2 on her and get O'Grady back in the game.
Yeah, the crowd was booing on that one. Tough call, but I prefer to let players play. That was a pretty ticky-tack call.
Michigan with the basketball. Hansen gets it to Brett. Left wing, tried to get it inside. Intercepted by Clark. Across the timeline, behind the back pass to a Falter. Left-handed layup, good.
We've got magic happening in Carver North right now.
31-28, Hawkeyes. Lisa Bluder pleading with the officials to call something on some of those shots. Here's Filia, right side. Hobbs comes off a screen, drives down the right side, and is picked off by a Falter. Ahead to Clark, goes strong, layup good. Timeout Wolverines. Clark with 10. All Hawkeyes the last 2 minutes. A 7-0 run the last minute 3.
And this is an example of what that sort of gritty play can produce. We see Sydney Falter grabbing rebounds, falling to the ground, getting a steal, getting a layup. You know, it's that dirty work on the defensive end that's given us wide open layups, some big time points.
7:45 left to go in the second. Iowa 33, Michigan 28. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
A public-private partnership between the University of Iowa, ENGIE, and Meridium, the UI Energy Collaborative drives academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Thank you to the supporters of the Hawkeye women's basketball postseason. GameBridge and the Parity Flex product designed specifically for women. Crystal Group, 100% employee-owned and driving innovation with real ownership. And the UI Energy Collaborative, enhancing academic and research excellence across campus.
Postseason coverage on the Hawkeye Radio Network is presented by your Central Midwest Honda dealers. Your Central Midwest Honda dealers invite you to enjoy a thrilling ride. Whether it's behind the wheel of a fun-to-drive Honda sedan or behind the bench watching our Hawkeye women's basketball team power into the playoffs, it's game on. Go Hawkeyes!
Well, you have to love the pace of this because this is Michigan's third game and just Iowa's second, all back-to-back-to-back here in Minneapolis. Appreciate everybody tuned in along the Hawkeye Radio Network, our flagship stations WMT in Cedar Rapids and WHO in Des Moines. Also, we are on channel 195 on Sirius XM and the Varsity app and, of course, the Iowa Hawkeye YouTube page. Iowa Hawkeye Saturday's semifinal action from the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Iowa has regained the lead at 33-28. And you look at Michigan, and as you said, Tiff, can you do it for 40 minutes?
Exactly.
But now Michigan 7 out of 7 from three-point range, but now have committed 6 turnovers. Iowa has certainly taken advantage, scoring 11 points off Wolverine errors.
And Iowa is, taking care of the ball. They already have 14 assists. So they're passing, they're looking to score and pass. So again, we see how quickly changes can happen, especially in this postseason. It should be interesting to see how the rest of the quarter progresses.
Michigan basketball, 7:40 left to go until halftime. Hawkeyes by 5. Filia on the right wing. And a knifes her way into the paint, goes up against O'Grady. Couldn't finish. Kate Martin goes after the rebound, but Evans gets it for Michigan. Kicks it back out. Here's Hansen, fakes a 3, puts it on the floor, then lost control of the ball at the free throw line. Dug up by Clark. Across the timeline. Here's Martin on the left wing, crashing toward the hoop, and a blocking foul will be called on Alyssa Brett. That's her second. That'll be the first team foul on Michigan in the quarter. And Clark will trigger it in along the baseline. Gets it back from a Falter. Three-pointer short, but the rebound by a Falter. Put back left-handed layup good.
There she is. Just continues to do all the things.
Coming off a career-high 18 last night. Also had 9 rebounds and 5 assists. Filia down the right side of the lane. Goes up strong off the window and scores. She has 5 at 30 last night against the Hoosiers. Hawks by 5 with the basketball. Clark bounce pass to a Falter along the baseline. Somehow gets it to Addie O'Grady, who lays it up with the left hand.
Sydney Falter, did she end up on the ground on that
She
one?
did, almost went out of bounds.
Yeah, but somehow scooped past it to the left side of the court where Addie O'Grady, perfect place, perfect time.
Boy, has she stepped into that starting lineup.
Yes.
With super stardom. And Hobbs misses a three-pointer left wing. First miss from deep for Michigan. Clark racing toward the basket. Hesitation move. Layup. Good.
Absolute beautiful move. Again, Caitlin Clark has such control of her body. So agile, able to pause and go at the drop of a dime.
Hawks by 9. Hanson on the right wing. Drops it to Evans along the baseline. Tries to make a spin move against O'Grady, who bats it out of bounds with the left hand.
Not in Addie's house.
Addie O'Grady, 6 points, and has a blocked shot and has made at least 2 outstanding catches in traffic.
You know, we saw some phenomenal play from Addie O'Grady last year. The South Carolina game comes to mind. So she's also a seasoned veteran in this postseason play.
Hanson along the baseline, lobs it out to Filia in between the circles. Hawks by 9, Michigan with the basketball. Here's Brett on the right side. Hawks now in a 2-3 zone out of the inbounds play. Filia gets into the paint. Up and under move with the right hand, no good. Martin grabs the rebound. Clark in the backcourt. Gets away from Hanson, who tried to take a charge. Slips it off to a Falter for 3, left wing. Swish! Sydney Falter.
What a dog! Man, Sydney Falter, she has the bark, she has the bite, she is doing it all this tournament.
27 points in the tournament for her.
Perfect shooting tonight, 4 for 4, already 4 rebounds.
And Brett silences the crowd with a three-pointer on the right wing. Lisa Brett with 6. 42-33, we're under 5. And a behind-the-back pass by Clark. Tried to get it on the left wing to Kate Martin. Wasn't within 10 feet of Kate, so there was some miscommunication there. I think she thought Kate was going to go toward the baseline.
Yes, rare miscommunication, because usually those two connect on those crazy type passes.
Here's Hanson in between the circles for Michigan, gets it to Williams. She's 17 feet away, cross court to Hanson, fires a three-pointer, rimming no. And Clark, great save along the baseline, knocked it away from the Michigan Wolverines to save the possession. Here's Kate Martin down the left side. Now to Clark, step back, three-pointer left to the top of the key, rimming no. Williams and Filia were there. Filia comes away with it. Crosses the timeline on the right wing. Keeps that left-handed dribble going. Now at the top of the key. 42-33 Iowa. Now stuck on the right side. Gets it inside. Williams makes a move toward the baseline. No good. Ball tapped out of bounds. Touched last by the Michigan Wolverines. And there is Addie O'Grady again defensively.
Just some great defensive footwork. Stuck with her. Really kind of forced her into not a great shot.
And Gabby Marshall comes in for Sydney Falter. 4:09 left to go. Taylor Woodson back for Michigan. 42-39. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. This will be a called play from the bench. Clark angles right side. Bounce pass inside to Kate Martin. Layup good. Up and under move. Got from the right side to the left side.
But the bounce pass from Caitlin Clark, 2-3 feet behind the three-point line. Unbelievable.
Great call from the bench. Coach Bluder, I saw the signal. Knew something special was coming. And contact in the paint. And a charge is going to be called. Or a double dribble. It will be a foul on Woodson.
Kylie Feuerbach took that charge well. She's very good. She gets a charge or two every couple of games, but definitely was in great position to take that.
44-33. Hawkeyes with the advantage. Addie O'Grady comes out top of the key. Now gets the ball to Clark on the right side. And then Clark tried to get a pass inside. The ball slipped out of her hands. And Hanson digs it up for Michigan. And a kick will be called on Gabby Marshall. It will be Michigan basketball along the sideline. Iowa 44, Michigan 33. 3:21 left to go in the second. Filia back for Hansen. Hawks have made 5 of their last 6 from the floor. Michigan now 8 out of 10 from 3. It's been red hot. Here's Filia. Pull up from the elbow. 15-foot jumper goes.
She is deadly from that mid-range too.
7 for her. 44-35. We approach 3 second quarter. Clark gets it to Martin. Free throw line extended right. Inside O'Grady. Nice catch. Now back to Kylie Feuerbach. She'll fire a three-pointer right at the top of the key. No. Filia the long rebound along the baseline. Brings it across the timeline. Right side. Now angles into the paint. And a shot blocked by O'Grady. But a whistle underneath. And that'll go against Addie, her first. A.J. Ediger will make her first appearance for O'Grady. Remember, Hannah Stalkey has 2 fouls, so she'll probably sit the rest of this out. Filia at the free throw line knocks down the first. She's an 80% free throw shooter and has been there over 150 times this year. Second one in the air, good. Filia now with 9. And a falter in for Feuerbach. 44-37. Well, Feuerbach now will stay. Kate Martin will get a breather. Hawkeye basketball. On top, 44-37. 2:40 left to go. Second quarter. Hesitation move by Clark. Runner, no good. I think she was more wide open than she thought. Missed it from the right block. Michigan in transition. Woodson on the left wing. Gets it to Hobbs. Quick transition 3, no. Long rebound and a push will be called on Brett.
That's her third, so she will definitely grab a seat.
Alyssa Brett, 6-foot graduate student, averages 7.6, a starter for the Wolverines, and that gets Lauren Hansen back in the game. Hawkeye basketball, 2:20 left to go, second quarter, 44-37. Hawks on top. Here's a falter in between the circles, looks inside. Screening action on the right side. Here is Clark. Fakes left, goes right toward the baseline, and goes up with the floater. And a foul will be called in the active shooting against the Wolverines.
What really seems to be working offensively for the Hawkeyes is driving to the rim. Driving to the rim. It's opening everything up. In this instance, getting Caitlin Clark to the free throw line. But Michigan is struggling with containing those drives.
Woodson, her second. Of course, the Hawkeyes were 26 of 30 last night from the free throw line. Clark perfect on the first. She has 13. That is the first free throw shot by the Hawkeyes this afternoon. Second one up, good.
A little different story from yesterday.
46-37, 2:05 left to go until halftime. Hansen across the timeline in between the circles. Filia right side, cross-court pass to Hansen. Marshall comes out on her. She drives toward the baseline, now passes it back out to Hobbs. Floats a pass to the free throw line. Now gets it inside to Williams. Her turnaround jumper is no good, but Filia gets the offensive rebound along the baseline. Kicks it back to Hansen for 3, left wing, no. Clark gets her own rebound, tipped it to herself, and now in transition in the paint. Spins around, now take a falter for 3, left wing, no. That skipped off the left side of the iron, and the rebound. Ball touched last by Michigan, goes out of bounds. It'll be Iowa Hawkeye basketball. 46-37 Iowa. Clark will throw it in right of the basket. Looks inside. Now gets it to Ediger. Now back to Caitlin Clark on the left wing. 35 feet from the hoop. Dribbles between her legs and now will back up toward center court. Filia now on her. Clark turns the corner down the right side. Layup. Good. Hug on the rim and dropped in. And Filia just doesn't have the speed to handle Clark.
Yeah, and Caitlin Clark, she's a smart player. She knows this is what's working right now. Layups, layups, layups.
Hobbs spins in the paint. Jumper is good from 10. Hobbs with 11. 48-39. 50 seconds left to go. Hawks with Clark. A deep three-pointer in transition from 38. Count it!
Wow.
We knew one of those was coming.
She was definitely due for one, but that was very good timing going into the half.
51-39. Clark getting the crowd into it. Coach Bluder just smiled. It was about time for one of those.
When they go in, it's all good, right?
That's all good all the time, right? Here's Hobbs. She tries to answer straight away and does. Just beyond the three-point arc. Hansen with 14. Clark gets it across the timeline to Gabby Marshall. Lost control of the basketball. Dug up by Hansen. And now a desperation three at the buzzer. No good by Woodson. And that'll do it for the first half. 51-42. After 20 minutes of basketball. Hawk fans, Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield knows you're here for every fadeaway, every alley-oop, every buzzer beater, and Wellmark is here for every moment as well. With trusted health coverage committed to making healthcare better. Learn more at wellmark.com/hoops. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this season, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. We are at the half. Iowa 51 and Michigan 42. Caitlin Clark with 19. Lauren Hansen with 14 to lead the Wolverines. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bowes, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
At Crystal Group, we are driven to make the world safer and more efficient by building superior rugged technology for those on the front lines and in industries that grow our economy. As a 100% employee-owned company, our employee owners are committed to each other's success and are motivated to do things others can't or won't. At Crystal Group, we understand that we're part of something bigger and are proud to support our community and the Hawkeyes.
Have you heard about this new type of television experience from Epson? It's called the Epic Vision Ultra Laser Projection TV. It combines a new type of laser projection technology along with a unique Epson Silverflex screen to produce an epic 120-inch 4K Pro UHD picture that's up to 4 times bigger than a traditional 60-inch TV. There's no better way to watch live sports, and watching Iowa basketball play live on this big bright TV is simply awesome. If you're a sports fanatic like me, you need to check this new Epson TV out for yourself. Visit epson.com/TV to learn more.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Brought to you by Authentic brand, the premium label of choice. Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. And by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. This is the U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. U.S. Cellular. Take the phones down for 5 challenge. Visit uscellular.com/fines to learn more. Now back to courtside.
Welcome back to the semifinal action of the Big Ten tournament, where the Iowa Hawkeyes lead the Michigan Wolverines 51-42. Caitlin Clark tonight is starting out action 19 points and 3 rebounds, but already at 11 assists. Hannah Stolke, 8 points, ran into some foul trouble, so sat most of the second quarter out. Cynthia Fulcher with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists and a steal. Kate Martin with 6 points and 2 rebounds. Gabby Marshall with 3 points. And Addison O'Grady coming in 7 minutes with 6 points. The Hawks are shooting 68% from the field and 41%, 5 from 12 from behind the 3-point line. The Hawks also already have 17 assists on the day and just 5 turnovers. Indiana is led by Lauren Hansen, 11 points, 2 rebounds. Layla Filia, 9 points, 3 rebounds. Jordan Hobbs, hot shooting from the 3-point line, 14 points and 2 rebounds. The Hoosiers have 8 turnovers that have led to 13 Hawkeye points. Kind of the difference there in the game. Impressive number here. Iowa has 34 points in the paint, and again, 13 points off of Hoosier turnovers.
Iowa 51, Michigan 42. This is the U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. As a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular is built for us. That's a look at our halftime stats report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. We are at the half. Iowa 51, Michigan 42. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back to the Target Center, downtown Minneapolis. We are at the half on the U.S. Cellular halftime show. Iowa 51, Michigan 42. The Wolverines were 9 of 13 from 3 in the first half. Let's check the U.S. Bank scoreboard. Plenty of tournament action around the country in the SEC tournament semifinal action at the half. Number 1 South Carolina 36, Tennessee 23. A little bit later on in the Big 12, it is Kansas and number 6 Texas, Ole Miss, and number 8 LSU. Some finals for you. UConn has defeated Providence 86-53 in the Big East quarterfinal. Notre Dame has taken care of Virginia Tech in a big way in semifinal action in the ACC tournament. Notre Dame 82, Virginia Tech 53. Iowa State has defeated number 17 Baylor 67-62 in a Big 12 quarterfinal game. Fairfield 25th in the country 83, Rider 54. NC State handled Florida State 69-43, ACC semifinal, and Oklahoma with head coach Jenny Baranczyk. Also played at Iowa,
yeah.
Jenny Lillis.
I played with her for 2 years.
Right, and then did an outstanding job at Drake, and Oklahoma won the regular season Big 12 title and won their quarterfinal game today over TCU. Oklahoma number 19 in the country, 69, TCU 53. Winner of this game will play Nebraska for the Big Ten Tournament Championship tomorrow. Nebraska earlier today over Maryland 78-68 behind 30 from Jazz Shelley. Iowa 51, Michigan 42. Back with more on the U.S. Cellular halftime show. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Thank you to the supporters of the Hawkeye women's basketball postseason. GameBridge and the Parity Flex product designed specifically for women. Crystal Group, 100% employee-owned and driving innovation with real ownership. And the UI Energy Collaborative, enhancing academic and research excellence across campus. A public-private partnership between the University of Iowa, ENGIE, and Meridium, the UI Energy Collaborative drives academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop and count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hawkeyes outpaced Michigan in the second quarter 29-17 after Michigan had a 3-point advantage after one. 34 points in the paint for the Hawkeyes in the first 20 minutes. Iowa led for 13-29 of the first half. Michigan for 4:04. Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for your chance to win exclusive NASCAR prizes. See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP. Hawkeyes back out on the court. We await the arrival of the Wolverines. Iowa 51, Michigan 42. Third quarter action up next from Minneapolis. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Well, here we go. Getting ready for the second half. The winner will take on Nebraska for the Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament Championship. Of course, the Hawkeyes have won the last two. One at Indianapolis, and of course, right here last year at good old Carver North.
Definitely, again, Carver North. It is just incredible to look around this arena. And again, I think this holds around 18,000 plus. And I only see black and gold. And I know Michigan has similar colors, but I don't see a ton of Wolverines in this arena tonight.
The attendance last night was officially at 18,481.
Okay.
So Michigan will start the third quarter with the basketball. Heading to the basket to our right, the Hawks to our left here at courtside at the Target Center. A little easier for everybody to get in today than it has been the last, especially last night.
Sounds like it's been quite a challenge. It's almost as if some of these places don't understand the power of the Hawkeye Nation and how big they travel.
Filia gets it to Brett. Both teams start the second half with their same starting lineups. Now Filia gets it back. Looks like the Hawkeyes have come out in a 2-3 zone. Continue to mix up their defenses. Here's Filia on the right wing. Spins in the paint, goes up, and the shot is off the left side of the rim. Kate Martin the rebound. Filia had 9 in the first half. Clark already with a double-double on the left wing. Thought about a step-back three. Reverses the ball to Gabby Marshall. Now Sydney Fulter comes off a screen for three. Count it! Top of the key three for Sydney Fulter.
Excellent job cutting off that screen, getting set on her shot, and again continuing to do it all. She's 2 of 3 today from the three-point line with 12 points.
54-42, 1 minute in. Third quarter, Filia gets into the paint. Kicks it back out. Brett for three. Drills it right of the top of the key. That's her third three. Quick release. Doesn't need a lot of space. Here's Clark down the right side of the lane. Pushes the ball into Hannah Stolke, who goes up strong in the paint and is fouled.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark with 12 assists. Pretty incredible to get. I think the team had 14, so she's obviously largely responsible for most of those, but just really determined to get the ball into the hands of her teammates today.
17 assists for the Hawkeyes in the first half.
17. Ooh.
Stolke knocks down the first free throw and the second, and she's now 8 for 8 at the free throw line in the tournament. She was 6 for 6 last night. 56-45 Hawkeyes. Evans picked up that last foul. Here's Brett on the right wing. Now into Filia. She takes it from the free throw line, goes in, and kind of a wild shot. Barely scraped off the right side of the rim. Hawks with the rebound. A Falter brings it into the front court. Free throw line extended right. Looks inside, now hands it to Clark. She'll fire a three. A little bit strong. Side of the iron with the long rebound. Hustled down by Kate Martin. Gets it in the corner to a Falter. Inside to Hannah Stolke. Lays it up. Two more for Stolke. She has 12. A one-handed, left-handed pass by Sydney Falter.
Yeah, Sydney Falter looked almost like she was going to drive to the lane, and then beautiful pass inside.
And could have. There were options there. 58-45 Hawkeyes as Marshall kicked the ball. As Hansen tried the entry pass inside to Evans. Hawkeyes won that second quarter 29-17. Continue it here with a hot start to the third quarter. Hansen now to Evans on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Filia. Makes a move and then kicks it into the corner. Three ball, no good by Brett. Stolke the rebound. Gets it ahead to Clark. Gets into the front court. Hesitates, now drives toward the baseline and some contact there. And Brett will pick up, I believe, her fourth. As Caitlin Clark, I think, took a knee to the thigh, but she's okay.
Which, honestly, Brett is 9 points and 3 for 4 behind the three-point line. So it's good to get her sitting down.
Ball possession for the Hawkeyes. Clark along the baseline, gets it to Stolke, fakes a pass, takes a dribble, and is called for traveling before she passed it out to set up Gabby Marshall for a three. 58-45. Hawkeyes on top. Filia brings it across midcourt. Hobbs gets the ball to Hansen on the left wing behind the arc. Clark comes out on her. Good three-point shooter. Now Evans gets it into Woodson. She takes two dribbles and fires from 17. No good. And Marshall digs up the rebound on the left side. Hands it to Sydney Falter. Free throw line extended left. Bounce pass to Stolke outside of the paint. Now to Clark along the baseline. Kicks it back to Marshall. Fires a three off the front of the iron from the left wing. Rebound taken down by Hobbs. Hobbs in transition. Down the right side of the lane. Scoops a shot up. No good. Went to the floor. And the ball sails out of bounds. Iowa basketball.
Yeah, Iowa's really on defense, packing the paint. They have been kind of toggling between their zone and their man, but in any event, they're forcing these sort of off-balance, mid-range jumpers from the Wolverines. It's just a great defensive effort.
Cameron Williams, 6'3" senior. Back in for the Wolverines, 58-45. Martin at the top of the key. Dribbles down the right side, spins, paint, shot off the left side of the iron, no. Williams the rebound. Michigan has not scored for 2:18. Hansen all the way to the rim. Hesitation, jumper is no good. Kind of a wild shot. That's two in a row by Michigan, and we have a whistle. And we have a tie-up situation, Iowa basketball.
Yeah, Michigan has missed their last 5 shots, haven't scored in 240, and you can tell they're just kind of forcing things.
Here's Martin down the right side, spins, paint, gets a little bit closer. This one a little bit strong, spun out. Hansen the rebound. Down court pass taken by Woodson on the left wing. Now Hobbs in between the circles. Lob pass inside to Williams. In the paint, turnaround jumper, no good. Goes after the rebound, and a bumping foul. As Falter had great positioning in there. Williams picks up her first. 58-45, 5:50 left to go in the third. Hawkeyes with a lead in the basketball. Hawkeyes haven't scored for 2:16. Here's Clark, angles right side toward the baseline. Kicks it back out to Sydney Falter. Hobbs on her. Reverse the ball to Clark. Gets a screen, brings it in between the circles. Now in the corner to Kate Martin. Moves toward the paint. Spin. Bank shot. Good.
There, she's got it. She just needed that bank shot. She needed the backboard.
That Kate Martin patented shot.
Oh, yeah.
Gets into the paint. Makes the spin move and goes up strong. 60-45. Hawkeyes by 15. But then Michigan gets the ball inside to Williams. Left-handed turnaround shot is up and good. That's her first basket. And that cuts the lead to 13 with 5 minutes left to go. But then Stalky gets the ball in deep and goes up and finishes strong.
Great pass by Gabby Marshall. Just a classic lob pass in. And, of course, nobody catches the ball better than Hannah Stolke.
14 for her. Had 2 fouls in the first half, which limited her minutes. Here's Woodson free down the left side of the lane. Contact with Stalky, and that'll be 3 on Hannah. Really the only Hawkeye in foul difficulty. Yep. The only one with more than 1, as we've got timeout on the court with 4:40 left to go in the third quarter. Hawkeyes 62, the Wolverines 47. Michigan 1 of their last 7 from the floor. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Well, Lisa Bluder loves to talk about assists, and Iowa has been outstanding in that category, and the assist-to-turnover ratio. 21 assists to just 6 turnovers for the Hawkeyes. If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Double-double for Caitlin Clark with 19 and 12 assists. Has 3 rebounds. Remember, she had a triple-double the last time out against the Michigan Wolverines, among other things.
Yeah, among a minor thing, such as breaking the NCAA women's scoring record.
And also the Iowa Hawkeye scoring record with 49 points.
Oh, yes. I forgot that one.
Yeah, remember Hannah
Had it
the
for a
Carver
week.
Hawkeye Arena record for a week with 47 against Penn State. First free throw for Taylor Woodson after the Stalky foul. Knocks down the free throw. She's a 6-foot freshman from Minnetonka, Minnesota. Second one also good. She has 4, and it's 62-49. Clark will walk the ball across the timeline here in the third quarter. Woodson comes out on her. Clark kind of backs her way and now gets it to Kylie Feuerbach on the right wing. Now dribbles it, free throw line extended. Bounce pass to Andy O'Grady. Now back to Feuerbach. Now to Marshall. Fakes a three-pointer, spins, and gets it to Feuerbach with 5 to shoot. Clark's going to have to get one up, and she does. A deep 3, rimming no. Rolled around and fell out into the hands of Jordan Hobbs. To Filia for 3, right side, no good. And that ball goes out of bounds. Touched last by Michigan. Good job by Sydney Affolter to recognize,
just
not to touch it.
Left the space for it to go out of bounds.
Now Michigan 1 for their last 8. Hawkeyes with the basketball on top, 62-49. Backdoor cut by Clark. And a nice find by Feuerbach, but good defense there. Michigan knocked it out of bounds along the baseline. Clark will throw it in left of the Iowa basket. Gets it into O'Grady. Now back to Caitlin on the right wing, behind the arc. Cross-court pass to Gabby Marshall. Looks inside. Now back to Clark. She'll fire a 3, rimming no. That's 2 that have rolled around and fell out. Here's Woodson in transition. Has it poked away from behind by Affolter. 2 Michigan players collide. Hawkeyes numbers. O'Grady layup after the assist from Clark.
That was a fun one. Caitlin Clark with maybe a foot between her and Addie.
Here's Hansen in transition. 3-pointer rimming no. Affolter the rebound. 64-49 as we approach 3 and left to go. Third quarter action from Minneapolis. Hawks had a 5-on-3 break that time. Clark toward the baseline. Muscles her way in. Now drops a pass to O'Grady. Couldn't come up with it. Woodson does. At the free throw line. Down the right side of the lane. A layup no good off the front of the iron. But an Iowa foul. Gabby Marshall, her first. Martin and McCabe back for the Hawkeyes. Affolter and Clark will get a breather. And Woodson at the free throw line for Michigan once again.
Again, it's a good place to be in when you can continue to shuffle your players in and out, give breathers. It's just a benefit to the Hawks, and we have to remember Michigan has played one more game than they have.
First free throw short. Woodson second. Rolls around and drops in. Woodson with 5 off the Michigan bench. Brett back for the Wolverines. Remember, she has 4 personal fouls. 64-50. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. We're under 3, third quarter. A whistle underneath, and a hold will be called against Williams after Addie O'Grady received the lob pass.
Addie O'Grady's really maintaining that position, playing big down low, and it's paying off for her.
And has 8 points, 4 for 4 from the floor. Hawks get it in. McCabe for 3, right wing, no. And Michigan all over the glass that time. As Iowa's going to be called for a foul, but really nobody was there. All 3 Michigan players collided.
Literally a collision of all blue.
Boy.
It's an odd call.
Hawks by 14. Filia across the timeline. Hands it off to Hansen. Filia in between the circles. Right side, stuck now into the game. Inside Williams. And she missed the short shot and then collided with a couple of Hawkeyes. Clark will come back in. And Iowa will shoot free throws. That'll be Kate Martin. Kate's first rolls in. She has 9 at 11 and 9 rebounds against Penn State last night.
Yeah, Kate continues to show up every game, does what she needs to do to really make a difference for this Hawkeye team.
The second one also good. She has 10. Stuck the foul. That's her first. A.J. Ediger for Addie O'Grady. Addie sits down with 8 points on 4 for 4 from the floor. Hawks by 16. Michigan with the basketball. 2:15 left to go, third quarter. And a whistle away from the ball underneath. A.J. Ediger will get her first. Michigan will have the basketball along the baseline. Get it into Hansen on the right wing. Now Filia in between the circles, dribbles to the left wing. Hands it off to Brett. Now to Williams. Stuck, back to Hansen, fakes a 3, one dribble, spot up jumper, long 2 is good. That's her first basket in the quarter. That's just a 2-pointer. The PA announcer said 3, but she was inside the line. And it's 66-52. Hawkeyes with the lead in the basketball. Here's A.J. Ediger. Jumper, paint is good off a beautiful delivery by Kylie Feuerbach.
Nice little loop pass. A.J. was ready for that ball. She always comes in ready to play.
Stuck turnaround jumper from the elbow, no good. Missed it from 15. Feuerbach the rebound. Gets it to Clark, racing down the right side of the lane. Drops it off for Ediger, and a charge is going to be called on Clark on the delivery. That's her second. And Coach Bluder just shaking her head over there.
And this is not a reviewable play? Nope.
If that was the case, these games would take 6 hours because they'd have to look at everything. 68-52, Hawkeyes, Michigan with the basketball. Williams inside. Drops a pass to Filia, jumper deep in the corner, no good. Long rebound to Clark across the timeline. Brett on her. Caitlin slips a pass inside. Layup, Ediger, good.
Slips a pass between 2 Michigan players, basically. And again, A.J. Ediger is ready for that ball.
And Filia gets it in deep and is able to finish as A.J. Ediger goes up with her and commits her second foul. $14 assists now for Caitlin Clark. To go along with her 19 points. She hasn't scored in the quarter.
Right. You know, Michigan, they have 12 assists as a team right now. So just the difference here in the ball movement.
Filia knocks down the free throw, completes the 3-point play. She has 12. Had 30 last night against the Hoosiers. 70-55 Hawkeyes. 15-point advantage with the basketball. 35 seconds left to go, third quarter. Michigan will get it back. About a 12-second differentiation shot clock, game clock. Here's Clark on the right wing. Makes a move toward the basket. Whistle before the shot. That'll be the third on Taylor Woodson. And Clark at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Perfect on the first. That's Clark's first point since the second quarter. Caitlin was 12 out of 13 from the line last night. Second one, perfect. Doesn't miss many.
No.
And she'll get a quick breather, as she usually does at the end of the third quarter. Feuerbach in for her. Marshall back as well. 72-55. Hawks trying to get to the championship game of the Big Ten tournament. Filia on the left wing. She's doubled. Gets it to Brett for three. Skipped off the left side of the iron. Rebound stuck. No good with 5 seconds left to go. Both teams battle for the boards. And touch last by the Hawkeyes. Michigan basketball. With 2.7 left to go on the clock.
This is always a tough position to be in because Michigan's inbounding under their basket with just enough time to get a shot off. So the defense has to be top notch here from the Hawkeyes.
O'Grady back in to protect the middle. Hansen as well for Michigan. Got to get on her. They look inside to Brett, and they get it to her, but blocked by O'Grady to end the third quarter. So O'Grady probably let Brett get in a little too deep off the inbounds, but then did the job defensively.
Makes you a little nervous with the way the refs have been calling it tonight. Lack of consistency. That could have gone either way.
Oaknall's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving Iowa City for 57 years. Oaknall is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oaknall.com to learn more. We head to the fourth. The Hawkeyes 10 minutes away from Championship Sunday. Hawkeyes 72, Wolverines 55. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa athletic programs to serve charities in Eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. Thank you to the supporters of the Hawkeye women's basketball postseason. GameBridge and the Parity Flex product designed specifically for women. Crystal Group, 100% employee-owned and driving innovation with real ownership. And the UI Energy Collaborative, enhancing academic and research excellence across campus. Hey Hawkeyes, while you're hard at work in class or on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
At Crystal Group, we are driven to make the world safer and more efficient by building superior rugged technology for those on the front lines and in industries that grow our economy. As a 100% employee-owned company, our employee owners are committed to each other's success and are motivated to do things others can't or won't. At Crystal Group, we understand that we're part of something bigger and are proud to support our community and the Hawkeyes.
Postseason coverage on the Hawkeye Radio Network is presented by your Central Midwest Honda dealers. Our women's basketball team has supplied Hawkeye fans with thrills, buzzer beaters, and dominating performances all season long. Your Central Midwest Honda dealers are ready to dazzle you with performance too. After the game, check out our award-winning lineup. Go Hawkeyes!
One more, she'll break it.
Sydney Affolter with 6 assists to go along with her 12 points. That ties her career high, so one more, and that'll be her second career high of the weekend. Michigan will start the fourth quarter with the basketball. And Marshall bats the ball up in the air, and then Brett going after the ball, an arm bar into Gabby Marshall, and that's 5 fouls on her.
Yep.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield. So Alyssa Brett sits down with 9 points. She hit 3 threes. Evans back in for the Wolverines, Iowa basketball. And they roll a pass inside to Stalky outside the paint. And it's knocked away by Cameron Williams and out of bounds. 72-55 Iowa. Clark gets it out to Martin. Holds it above her head. Now angles right side. Now to Caitlin, right of the top of the key. Gets a Hannah Stalky screen. Goes toward the baseline. And now moves into the paint. Turnaround jumper. The floater is good from 10.
Just so silky smooth there from Caitlin Clark. Her control of the basketball.
Little pivot and a bucket. Nice high-low action. Bounce pass to Filia. She lays it up and in. 14 for Layla Filia. 74-57. Clark for 3 straight away. Count it. 3 for Clark.
Oh, watch out. She's heating up. Michigan's a little flustered right now, rightfully so, but just literally inbounded the ball off their teammate's foot, and it's Iowa Hawkeye basketball.
Yeah, couldn't get it in. Unforced error by Michigan. And Clark wanting the crowd to get back into it after that big-time three-pointer, and they certainly did respond. Clark with 26. She's 4 out of 11 from 3 to go along with 14 assists and 4 boards. Timeout on the court. 9:01 left to go in the fourth. Iowa 77, Michigan 57. The Hawks by 20. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat. Nice. Which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
Hawkeyes with 48 points in the paint, 17 points off Michigan mistakes, and the big lead of the ballgame at 20, 77-57. Coverage of the Big Ten tournament right here on the Hawkeye Radio Network is presented by your Central Midwest Honda dealers. Your Central Midwest Honda dealers invite you to enjoy a thrilling ride, whether it's behind the wheel of a fun-to-drive Honda sedan or behind the bench watching our Hawkeye women's basketball team power into the tournament. It's game on. Go Hawks. And Iowa will have the basketball after the Michigan turnover. Hawks had 5 players in double figures last night, have 4 currently. Clark drops it into Stalky and brings the ball in between the circles. Right side of Falter. Looks inside to Martin posting up and kind of telegraphed that one, and Hansen took it away. But then she lost control of it in the backcourt. Clark all the way to the window, lays it up and in. Hansen just fell down, lost control of the ball. 79-57. 22-point advantage, the big lead for the Hawkeyes. Evans gets it to Hobbs, free throw line extended left. Lob pass, top of the key, Evans. Fakes a pass and now drops a pass inside to Filia, who got behind the Hawkeye defense and laid it in.
Kind of positioned herself where nobody quite saw her.
Just kind of was hanging around on the baseline. Lob pass inside Stuelke, the grab and the finish. And Hannah came down on that left leg. And hopefully she's okay. Just went and got the ball and then finished really strong at the rim. And now she's up and walking it off.
Yeah, looks to be like she's going to walk it off. Sometimes it's just that initial contact that you're like, oh my goodness, and then you get up, you walk, you get a drink of water, and you realize, okay, I'm okay.
Limping a little bit, but she's up, moving around. What a finish inside by Hannah Stuelke with 16. And the crowd certainly appreciates it, as you can hear. 81-59, 7:50 left to go. Fourth quarter, Michigan with the basketball. Hawks on top and traveling as she tried to make a move. And Kim Barnes-Arico jumps out of her seat and calls timeout.
Yeah, she's definitely trying to get her squad calmed down. You can just tell they're, right now it's a lot of self-imposed mistakes. Losing control of the ball, passing the ball off your teammates' feet, and she's just trying to get them calmed down. The Hawks need to utilize this. You know the phrase, kick them while they're down. They need to continue to kick and to continue to pull this lead out.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes have been in command of this game really since the second quarter. Michigan had a 3-point lead after one, but then Iowa outpaced Michigan in that second quarter 29-17. And then went on in the third quarter and won that one 21-13. Don't forget that you can earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval. Minimum $50 deposit. Requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for men and women in the United States, and you need expert care from specialists who know your heart condition inside and out. UI Heart and Vascular Center has advanced trained cardiologists that use state-of-the-art diagnostic tools. Make an appointment today at uihc.org/HVC. Hawkeyes continue with 26 assists, 15 of those from Clark, and just 9 turnovers.
Yeah, and you look at Michigan, 14 assists with 13 turnovers. So that's just such a difference, right? That alone, counts for, well, Iowa has 19 points off of Michigan turnovers. So really the difference in the game at this point.
If you're wondering, Caitlin's career high for assists in a game, that occurred at Penn State with 18 of them back on the 25th of January, 2022. .52 points in the paint for the Hawkeyes, 12 points off the bench. .81-59. Hawkeyes will have the basketball with 7:44 remaining. Feuerbach, McCabe, Ediger, Clark, and a Falter in the front court. Feuerbach in between the circles. Gets it to McCabe for three. Right wing. Swish! Right in front of the Hawkeye bench.
The ladies of March, they keep producing for us. Taylor McCabe has ice in her veins. She is ready to shoot that three-pointer.
Her 33rd made three-pointer this year. She was 4 of 8 from 3 last night. And a whistle as Martin comes in for Caitlin Clark. 7:18 left to go. It will be Michigan basketball along the baseline. Hobbs will throw it in, does so to Filia on the right wing. Swing the ball to Camp Schroeder, now into the game. Gets it to Williams. Her turnaround jumper, paint, no good. A Falter the rebound. 7:05 left to go. A Falter across the timeline, angles right side, hesitates, keeps that left-handed dribble going, and now gets it to the free throw line. Martin for 3, left wing, swish! Kate Martin with 13.
Another assist by Sydney Falter, her 8th assist on the day.
And that's a career high.
Career high. And again,
career
Kate
high
Martin.
points last night.
What's
assists
next?
Today. Here's Evans tries to make a move 12 feet away from the hoop. Little step through move and a Hawkeye foul. AJ Ediger will receive her 3rd personal. 87-59. And a tap by Feuerbach into the hands of Marshall off the inbounds. Martin to Ediger, back to Martin, to Ediger. Trying to go up, but kicked it back to Feuerbach, who drives to Ediger. Now back out to Marshall. Count it! A 3 from the top of the key. Unbelievable ball movement.
Are you freaking kidding me? That sequence shows how unselfish this team is.
90-59. Michigan allows 61 points a game. Air ball 3 by Hobbs. Ball goes out of bounds to the Hawkeyes. And now the starters can rest. Jada Gyamfi in for Martin. Got Marshall, McCabe, Feuerbach, Ediger, and Gyamfi in the game. And just under 6 left to go. Here's McCabe, free throw line extended left. Now Gyamfi in between the circles. Takes a couple dribbles, gets it inside to Ediger. She holds. Michigan shows a double, so Feuerbach receives a pass in between the circles. And now McCabe tried to make a move. She went to the right, the ball went to the left, and it goes out of bounds over to Michigan.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication. But again, we have a different, set of players in that maybe haven't had a ton of time on the court together. And now they have potentially 5 minutes.
90-59. Hawks with the lead, Michigan with the basketball. Filia to Hobbs. Michigan has won 20 games this year. Williams cross-court pass. Filia deep in the corner with 3 to shoot. Puts it on the floor and tries to make a bounce pass in the paint, and that's a shot clock violation. Just didn't recognize how much time was left.
And again, I've said it once, I'll say it again. The Hawks have done a great job packing that paint. Filia, her bread and butter is getting in there and getting those baby hooks and mid-range jumpers, and we've really kind of slowed her down tonight. She still has 16 points, which is around her average, but kind of a frustrating day for her.
Gyamfi tried to get inside to Ediger, and it's kicked out of bounds. Remember when Michigan was 7 out of 7 from three-point range? 10 of 20 now.
Yep.
Still very good at 50%. The Hawks 10 of 22. Off the inbounds play, Marshall for 3. That one just short. Missed it from the left wing. Rebound to Filia of Michigan. Crosses the timeline. Now angles toward the middle of the court. High post area to Evans. She turns and goes right to the basket. Ediger with the block. Gyamfi with the rebound.
AJ Ediger says, heck no, not here.
And Kylie Feuerbach drives toward the baseline and then loses control of the ball and out of bounds. Kylie just gets going a little too fast sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, she has wicked speed, and I think sometimes she's ahead of herself.
That's that track speed coming out.
Exactly. Though I would argue that there could have maybe been a little bump there.
And Sharon Goodman comes in for Gabby Marshall. (90-59). Hawks put 106 on the Wolverines back in February. Hansen to Filia. It'll be Iowa and Nebraska. Filia pulls up from 15. Right wing good. She has 18. The Big Ten title tomorrow. And I think the Hawkeyes like that matchup.
Yeah.
Want another shot at the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who are playing outstanding basketball.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game, and of course, the Hawkeyes will never forget what happened at Lincoln.
Hawks and the Wolverines both go on the floor, diving after the loose ball, and the Hawkeyes have the arrow, and will take it out of bounds along the side with 3:53 left to go. Jimfy gets it into Ediger on the right wing. Lob pass inside. Sharon Goodman could not connect on the layup.
What a pass by A.J. Ediger. Big to big. We don't see that often.
Filia kicks it back out to Hansen. To Camp Schroeder. Turnaround jumper from the elbow is good. Her first basket. Did not play last night. 90-63. Feuerbach on the left wing. Here's Feuerbach dribbling on the right side. Now angles toward the baseline. Cross-court pass to Jimfy. Thought about a three. Now with 4 seconds left, somebody's got to shoot it. A.J. Ediger tries to get it off and has it blocked by Camp Schroeder at the top of the key.
Jada should have shot that three. She was wide open.
Had a catch and shoot opportunity from the left side.
I think she knows it.
Not going to let that slip by again, right?
No.
She typically is willing to take a shot.
Exactly, yeah. We've gotten a couple threes out of her in similar situations.
2:50 left to go. 90-63. Filia for three, right wing, and rolls it in. Filia with 21. McCabe across the timeline. Free throw line extended left. Bounce pass to Goodman outside the paint. Down to Feuerbach in between the circles. And has it almost stolen. Then Kylie able to get it back. Gets it to McCabe in between the circles. Filia almost stole it away. McCabe turns around, gets the ball on the right side. Airballs the shot, but A.J. Ediger in the paint grabs the rebound and puts it back up and in. How about O'Grady and Ediger?
I love it. I love the minutes. I love the fearlessness that they've both been playing with.
Combined for 14 points. Hansen airball three, left wing, Iowa basketball. 2 minutes exactly left to go. Alyssa Crockett, 6'2" sophomore from Westfield, Indiana, on for the first time today. Hansen will sit down. Michigan will head to the postseason in some aspect at 20-13. Here's McCabe in between the circles. Right side, Ediger outside the three-point arc and then fires a three-pointer. No good off the right side of the rim. And Michigan gathers the rebound, brings it into the front court. Just working the ball around the arc. Camp Schroeder. And now a long-range three. It is up and no good by Crockett. And Goodman muscles for the rebound.
Big rebound by Sharon Goodman. Couple hands on her, and she's held that ball strong.
92-66. Hawks with the huge advantage. Goodman Outside the post, now gets it to McCabe for 3. It's an air ball. Goodman gets the rebound, up and under move. Didn't get it to go, but battles for the rebound again. And a jump ball is called, and this time Michigan will have it. Sharon Goodman playing her final season for the Hawkeyes. We're under a minute.
This is where the Hawks want to play, good defense, solid defense. You don't want to do anything silly to get anybody injured or injure yourself, but it looks like they're even back in a zone right now.
Camp Schroeder gets the ball to the high post area, stuck. Gets it off for a short jumper by Woodson on the left side. She has 7, 92-68. Here's Feuerbach. Left wing will fire a 3 and knock it down.
Hey.
Kylie's first 3.
Just in case anybody wasn't sure that we've got this game in the bag, Kylie had to put an exclamation point on it.
Well, you're left that wide open. You've got to shoot it.
Yeah.
95-68. Stuck turnaround jumper, elbow, no. Goodman another rebound. And the Hawks will dribble this out with 14 seconds. Crowd on its feet. We'll see you for Championship Sunday.
Yes.
Iowa 95, Michigan 68. Total domination after the first quarter by the Hawkeyes. Really put it to the Wolverines, especially in the second half. Iowa knocked down 11 three-pointers out of 26 attempts. We'll be back with the postgame show after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Thank you to the supporters of the Hawkeye women's basketball postseason. GameBridge and the Parity Flex product designed specifically for women. Crystal Group, 100% employee-owned and driving innovation with real ownership. And the UI Energy Collaborative, enhancing academic and research excellence across campus. A public-private partnership between the University of Iowa, ENGIE, and Meridium, the UI Energy Collaborative drives academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io.
Postseason coverage on the Hawkeye Radio Network is presented by your Central Midwest Honda dealers. The season was phenomenal, but now the excitement really begins as the Hawkeyes power into the postseason. Please join your Central Midwest Honda dealers in jumping up and down and waving the black and gold for our hometown heroes. Go Hawks!
The second half domination by the Hawkeyes outscored Michigan in the third, 21-13, 23-13 in the fourth. 54 points in the paint as Iowa led for 33 minutes and 29 seconds on to Championship Sunday, Iowa and Nebraska. Joined by Kate Martin, courtside. You know all about Championship Sundays, right?
I've gotten quite acquainted with Championship Sunday, and I really like it. So,
well, Kate, as you kind of go through this game in your mind, what really stands out to you about the Hawkeyes' performance?
Yeah, I mean, we've just had a lot of people stepping up. Molly Davis is out, but Sydney Falter has been playing super well. Hannah Stolke plays really well. Gabby's shooting it lights out. Kylie comes in, gives great minutes. So do Addie and AJ. And then we had literally everybody come in. So, to get us some rest for tomorrow, that's really important. And so I'm really proud of everybody. But you look at the pain points here. You said it, 54-16. I mean, you're not really going to lose many games if you're beating people in the paint like that.
That's
so
a bunch, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really proud of the way we played, and we had more fast break points than them and more bench points than them. So, they're a hard-nosed team, and they played really hard, but nothing was stopping us from getting to tomorrow.
And I know it makes Coach Bluder happy. 5 players in double figures last night, 4 players here tonight, and that's what Hawkeye basketball is all about, right?
That's right. That's the Iowa way, baby.
What in the fourth quarter, there was that sequence where it looked like nobody wanted to shoot.
Yeah.
And it was
sometimes
great
I think
passes.
Yeah, right.
And then, but Gabby knocked down the three-pointer.
I think sometimes we're a little too unselfish. So sometimes, we just got to take the easy shot, make the layup. We're trying to get everybody the ball, but I think our ball movement was really good, so that's a positive. I mean, I guess you'd rather be super unselfish than super selfish, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of kidding about that because it was really fun to watch. But Coach Bluder will probably talk about this first in the locker room, right? 30 assists to 12 turnovers.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And we had 25 points off of their turnovers. So I thought we did a great job of valuing the ball, and we out-rebounded them too, and that's been a really big emphasis from Coach Bluder is rebounds and valuing the ball, and I think we've been doing that this tournament, so we're going to turn that over into tomorrow.
Kate, you mentioned Molly Davis not available for this tournament, and that means other players have to step up because that's 25 minutes that has to be filled, and it seemed like the bench has been playing well all season and really kind of ramped it up the last week of the regular season, and the likes of Kylie Feuerbach and Addie and AJ's had really good minutes, and then of course Sydney's just stepped right into that starting lineup.
Yeah, I think we've always, like you said, the entire year we have a super deep bench. And I think people know, it's March. There's no more playing around. So it's win or go home here and now. And I think everybody wants to win. We're just winners. And, I'm just really proud of everybody's preparation. They're always in the gym. They're always ready for their number to be called, and they're stepping up into the moment. And I'm super proud of them. We're not surprised, so nobody else should be, really.
Are you okay with playing Nebraska tomorrow?
Oh, this is what I wanted. So I'm very excited to play them tomorrow.
Kate, appreciate your time.
Thank you, Rob.
Kate Martin. Another outstanding performance by the second team All Big Ten performer. And Kate, 5 of 9 from the floor, 13 points and 6 boards. And it'll be Kate and the Hawkeyes tomorrow against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The Hawkeyes ended up 11 of 26 from 3. We'll be back. Plenty more to talk about here on the postgame show from Carver North in downtown Minneapolis. Iowa wins it 95-68. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard with 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources? Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
At Crystal Group, we are driven to make the world safer and more efficient by building superior rugged technology for those on the front lines and in industries that grow our economy. As a 100% employee-owned company, our employee owners are committed to each other's success and are motivated to do things others can't or won't. At Crystal Group, we understand that we're part of something bigger and are proud to support our community and the Hawkeyes.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Once again, here's Rob Brooks.
As Kate Martin said, 54 points in the paint, and you'll pretty much win every time, especially giving up only 16. That's exactly what has happened today as Iowa defeats Michigan 95-68. Our interview with Kate Martin is presented by Gainbridge. Women of all ages need to think about their long-term financial goals. Gainbridge Parity Flex product is designed to allow women to begin building their financial future now. Learn more at Gainbridge.io. It's now time for our post-game stats report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. You can score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership, and plenty of great numbers, and another career high for Sydney Falter, who had career high points last night with 18, 8 assists for Sydney today.
Yeah, 8 assists, 12 points, 7 rebounds, just continues to play. This is a fun stat line to read because all but 2 Hawkeyes that got in the game scored, led by Caitlin Clark with 28 points, 4 rebounds, 15 assists, just 3 shy of her career high. Kate Martin with 13.6 rebounds. Sydney Falter, as I mentioned, 12.7 rebounds, 8 assists. Hannah Stolke, 16 points, 3 rebounds. Gabby Marshall, 2 threes for 6 points. Kylie Feuerbach, 3 points. Addie O'Grady, 8 points, shot perfectly from the field tonight. Taylor McCabe, 3 points, and AJ Ediger with 6 points. The Hawks shot 61% from the field, 42% from the three-point line. 30 assists, as we mentioned, and just 12 turnovers. Also out-rebounded Michigan 36-26. You mentioned the points in the paint, 54-16, but also 25 points off of Michigan turnovers. So impressive there. For Michigan, they were led by Layla Filia, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. Jordan Hobbs with 14 points, 4 rebounds. Lauren Hansen with 13 points, 3 rebounds. Alyssa Brett, 9 points before she fouled out. Taylor Woodson with 7 points. Cameron Williams, 2 points. And Greta Camp-Schroeder, 2 points. Despite the fact they came out on fire, they ended shooting from the field 37%, still shot 47% from three-point line, which is still mighty impressive. But again, those turnovers, those points from turnovers, and getting that ball inside is ultimately the big determining factor of this game.
Hawkeyes just impressive every single avenue you want to take a look at, and get 25 points off of Michigan turnovers. Iowa had a big lead of 31 at the 6:17 mark, and a key thing that Kate mentioned too, and we touched upon, hey, you don't have to play a full 40 of intense basketball, where Nebraska had to a little bit more than Iowa did today, even though the Huskers won that game down the stretch. The score really not as indicated as close as that game was, because Maryland did a good job to hang around.
Well, yeah, we were sitting here watching the game. It looked as if Nebraska was going to pull away. I went to grab a water, and by the time I got back, Maryland was within 2. So it was one of those games of the runs and the defending the runs, and it takes a lot of gas out of a team. And again, the last 2 games that we've played, we've been able to sort of sub at our leisure, rest players at our leisure. So that's a huge benefit, and all those little things add up, right? You start to get tired. Everybody's tired at this point, but now it's just a matter of who's less tired.
Yeah, both teams will go at it tomorrow. There's no doubt about that. The Hawkeyes with a 95-68 victory over Michigan. Nebraska gets to the title game tomorrow with a win over Maryland, 78-68. Jazz Shelley had 30. Caitlin Clark had 28 and 15 assists. We'll be back with more from the Target Center, downtown Minneapolis, after the Hawkeyes win back-to-back games against Penn State and Michigan to advance to the final tomorrow. That is an 11 o'clock tip. Remember, it was later in the day last year, but they've moved that game time to 11 a.m., so we will be on the air with the pregame show bright and early. I'll be up plenty early. Don't worry about that. And you will too,
Yes.
Tiff. 10:45, the pregame show. Back with more postgame after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Private partnership between the University of Iowa, ENGIE, and Meridium, the UI Energy Collaborative drives academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bowes, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io.
Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa athletic programs to serve charities in Eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com.
Welcome back to the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Biodiesel, moving Iowa forward.
Hawks explosive the last three quarters. After Michigan had a 3-point advantage after one, Iowa won the next three quarters by scores of 29-17, 21-13, and 23-13. And Michigan just didn't have any answers for the Hawkeyes in the rebounding category. Iowa won that as well, 36-26 with 30 defensive rebounds. And the nice thing that we're seeing from this team is really spreading that rebounding around. You get 7 from Sydney Affolter, 6 from Kate Martin, 4 from Caitlin Clark, 3 from Hannah Stolke. Remember, she got in foul trouble in the first half, only played 17 minutes and 14 seconds, but it was 7 out of 7 from the floor. And then Sharon Goodman came on and got 3 rebounds as well. The Hawkeyes had 7 steals, 2 from Affolter, 2 from Clark, 1 from Gabby Marshall, and also Kylie Feuerbach. And then you remember the tip balls, too, that ended up being in the possession of the Hawkeyes. So that really shows that a team is locked in and doing the right things. The transition was very good. And you look at the Penn State game where Iowa shot 44 three-pointers, only had to take 26 today, and it just shows you the different pace, the different style. Iowa 26 of 30 from the free throw line last night against Penn State, but 8 out of 8 in this game. So just an unbelievable performance in that category as well. As Associate Head Coach Jan Jensen joins me courtside And Jan, that was really good pace to the first quarter, kind of went back and forth, and then the Hawkeyes got things going. And what went right in that second quarter and beyond to really push that lead to over 30 in the fourth quarter?
Well, I tell you what, Coach Fitz and I had a little bit of debate at the halftime. I said, part of it, isn't it that they were just crazy, 7 for 7? I felt like this type of crowd, if you're any type of competitor, which we're going to face tomorrow, and actually Nebraska's handled a lot of Hawkeye fans the best of anybody we played, right? So that's going to be a big challenge tomorrow. But I was saying, I think part of this is that, they were on fire. And Jenny reminded me, we also didn't play great defense. So I think it was definitely a combination of both. But we really challenged them. I was thankful, we didn't let that lead get any bigger that they had. We settled, and then we started to take some more flow shots, if you will. And then when we went into halftime, you could kind of feel that confidence. And I just had to think they had to cool off a little. Because even number 5, who doesn't shoot a lot of threes or make a lot of threes, she hit one in that first half. So everybody was kind of hitting. But, that's March. That's what you're going to see. Analytically, you do have to play the numbers, but we're never really shocked, right? Because that's what March does. But I thought we paid a lot more attention to detail. When we did make mistakes, though, we forgot who we could help off of and who we couldn't. And so a couple times, someone got beat on the drive and we'd suck in for the help. Well, instead of letting Hannah kind of clean up for the help, a guard would shift in and then they'd give a wide open pop, right? So we got to shore that up tomorrow. But I just loved how we had a great synergy. We didn't become unflappable. Or flappable, I guess, and everybody got involved again. So it was just a really fun team win. The kind of the theme of this one was play as one and kind of have that unity. And I thought, what better way to show that than Lisa said that we broke the all-time assist record in this building anyway for team assists. So
only had
happy.
30.
I know. I tell you what, it's so fun when it's like that, isn't it? And how about that one play? Like we overpass, pass. Like someone about 3 times could have shot it, but they kept looking for the better shot. I think I might have had tears in my eyes then, because that's what you want a team to do. You want them to really, give up a good shot for a great shot. So that I thought that pretty much summarized why this team is so darn.
And that resulted in a Gabby Marshall wide open 3-pointer.
Unreal. So fun. So fun.
It really was. And you look at the situation, too, with 4 players in double figures. You had 5 players in double figures last night. Sydney Falter, career high points last night. 8 assists, career high today. Right. 8-to-1 ratio.
Yeah. What you just love about Sydney is, she's just that kid that is rare. They just stick with it. They just do whatever you're asked to do. And the reason a lot of times Sid's coming off the bench is because Sid can play the 2, the 3, and the 4. And so her minutes now obviously are more because, unfortunately, Molly is hurt. But when she comes off the bench, she gives you that energy. So just like any team, you ask them to perform a role, and Sid did, right? And then now when she has her shot, she's just ready. And the confidence she has, the confidence we have is just so much, just so high. And I've always loved that kid. I loved her when we recruited her. It just was never really in it for anything but the joy of it. Yeah, everybody wants to start. But just what can I do at this very moment? They have to dive? Okay, I'm going to dive. Yeah. Do I have to set 16 screens? Do I have to stop their best player? Do I have to step up and hit this 3? It's just whatever it is for the team to be successful. And that type of kid is really rare that's going to, pay their dues and then play roles that sometimes kids don't do in this day and age. And I just feel just so blessed that she's a Hawk.
And the bench, we've talked about it all season, the depth of this team. And it has really showed up here, especially when you have foul trouble with Hannah today. Only played 17 minutes and 14 seconds. As you mentioned, Molly out for this tournament. But, boy, everybody has stepped up that's gotten an opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm just so happy. I'm so happy for the team wins and what it means for our team when we go on the floor and kind of that next person in. Be ready for your 1 minute, 2 minutes, 7, 12 minutes, whatever it is. But I'm also happy for them as individuals because you know, you work your tail off every day in practice to be part of this organization. And a lot of times, a lot of those kids don't get to see any minutes. And for the kids now to, you know, really have worked their way and become comfortable in that, it's just really a cool reward individually, and it's making us really, really difficult to guard. And I'd like to think it's making us really, really good now, tomorrow, moving forward in the NCAA tournament. So we do have to shore up that defense at the beginning. You know, we'll go back and watch the film at some point. Right now, we're going to watch all Nebraska, but that D's got to be there tomorrow because they have lethal 3-point shooters.
You want to find Jazz Shelley tomorrow.
Absolutely, wherever she is, you need to start guarding her when she's at the water cooler. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you know, Jan, here we go, third straight title game, a chance for 3 in a row. I mean, what a spectacular feat that would be in front of basically the hometown crowd.
Yeah, you know, it's just stuff of dreams. You know, I just can't thank our fan base enough for, you know, being with us. And it's not going to be easy tomorrow. I think I had some people, you know, some of my buddies were like, oh, man, Ohio State's out, Indiana's out. And I just wrote back, it's March.
Right.
There's a reason they're out,
exactly.
Right? You know, it just is like, you know, it's probably in the line of work I'm in. You understand the peaks and valleys, the ebbs and flows. And if we get it tomorrow, we're going to earn it. And obviously we'll have motivation. We let one slip away in some ways there, but Nebraska also took it, and they earned it. And so now we'd certainly love to get that one back. But it's going to take all we have because they got a great center. I really love Alexis Markowski. They got a beautiful, you know, shooting game. They're hard to guard. So we're going to have to earn it and take it, but you wouldn't want it any other way, right?
That's what championship basketball is all about,
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. And just thanks for our great crowd that was here. If anybody's, you know, listening way back home now when you got the TVs off, we just appreciate you. We feel the vibes even if you can't be here. And I just get kind of choked up sometimes seeing people in the skywalks lined up to come to games. I heard it was awful organization yesterday, but everybody came back. Seeing all this black and gold, you know, our bus drives, you know, in our lobby, it's just, I just truly can't believe that there is a better fan base than the University of Iowa for every sport, and it's just such a lot of pride that we're all feeling right now.
Well, let's do it one more time tomorrow.
Let's do it. We're going to do it. Thanks so much, and hello to my friends and family in Southwest Iowa. God bless and go Hawks.
All right, Jan Jensen, associate head coach, after the Hawkeyes' victory against Michigan to advance to the championship game tomorrow against Nebraska. Remember, 11 o'clock a.m. tip, 10:45 with the pregame show. Caitlin Clark with 28 and 15 assists. Another double-double for her, and she leads 4 players in double figures, and it was all Hawkeyes this afternoon. We'll get the comments from Coach Bluder when we come back. Iowa 95, Michigan 68. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa athletic programs to serve charities in Eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. Thank you to the supporters of the Hawkeye women's basketball postseason. GameBridge and the Parity Flex product designed specifically for women. Crystal Group, 100% employee-owned and driving innovation with real ownership. And the UI Energy Collaborative, enhancing academic and research excellence across campus. Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Have you heard about this new type of television experience from Epson? It's called the Epic Vision Ultra Laser Projection TV. It combines a new type of laser projection technology along with a unique Epson Silverflex screen to produce an epic 120-inch 4K Pro UHD picture that's up to 4 times bigger than a traditional 60-inch TV. There's no better way to watch live sports, and watching Iowa basketball play live on this big bright TV is simply awesome. If you're a sports fanatic like me, you need to check this new Epson TV out for yourself. Visit Epson.com/TV to learn more.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io.
This is the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day.
And also coverage of the Big Ten tournament right here on the Hawkeye Radio Network is presented by your Central Midwest Honda dealers. With our amazing lineup of rugged SUVs, your Central Midwest Honda dealers know how to dominate the competition. That's why we're such big fans of our black and gold women's basketball team as they begin their tournament run and the push to the championship game tomorrow. So fasten your seatbelts and go Hawkeyes. And Tiffany caught up with Coach Bluder right after the game.
All right, we are courtside with Coach Bluder. Coach, we saw Michigan come out with the hot hand very early, but ultimately your squad was in control. Impressively, with 30 assists and just 12 turnovers, how important is taking care of the ball at this point in the season?
Yeah, it's all about possessions to us. We are the #1 team in America in scoring per possessions. So it's all about possessions. If we have more possessions, we're going to win the game. That means rebounding, which we out-rebounded them by 10, and it's taking care of the ball, which only 12 turnovers, as you mentioned.
I want to talk a little bit about Sydney Fulter. Today she had 12 points, 8 assists, career high, 7 rebounds, coming off of her career high in points. What has her play meant to this team in this tournament so far?
I mean, she is just showing up big. You know, and her size is great for us defensively, but 5 for 6 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3-point, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, Sydney, she's doing it all for us.
It's fun to watch. All right, so yesterday was all about the 3. Today was all about getting the ball inside, pushing that ball in transition like no other. Tomorrow you'll face Nebraska. I'm sure this has been on your mind. You are ready for this rematch. What's the focus as you go into the game tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, they're just so hard to defend. You got Jazz Shelley, who's so good from 3, so quick. And then you got Markowski inside, who can rebound like crazy. We're going to have to keep her off the glass. But their 3-point shooting is at a different level right now. We're going to have to get out and cover the threes while at the same time protecting the paint. I'm so proud of our team getting 54 paint points to their 16 tonight.
Let's talk really quick about your post play. AJ Ediger coming in, Addie O'Grady, Hannah Stokey obviously having a great game until she went down. Another big key tonight.
They had 14 field goals. I mean, they didn't miss much tonight at all. I mean, we got them some really good high percentage shots, though, some lobs over the top, and also some driving dishes, so that was fun.
Awesome. Good luck tomorrow, Coach.
Thanks,
Get some rest tonight. I know your coaching squad is ready. They've got their war room set up and their scout going.
Yeah, we're ready.
But good luck.
Thanks, Tiff.
Big night ahead for the Hawkeyes to get ready for Nebraska in the Big Ten championship game tomorrow morning. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments, from state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more. The Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of University of Iowa Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. And what we have next is our plays of the game and also final comments from the Target Center in Minneapolis. Hawkeyes over Michigan in the semifinals, 95-68. Hawkeyes led for 33 minutes and 29 seconds. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo!
See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
At Crystal Group, we are driven to make the world safer and more efficient by building superior rugged technology for those on the front lines and in industries that grow our economy. As a 100% employee-owned company, our employee owners are committed to each other's success and are motivated to do things others can't or won't. At Crystal Group, we understand that we're part of something bigger and are proud to support our community and the Hawkeyes.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io.
Welcome to the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering opportunities and results for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers.
Hawkeyes win it over Michigan 95-68. That's victory number 28 for the Hawkeyes, now 28-4. And this was the 75th meeting between the Hawkeyes and the Wolverines. Iowa leads the series 55-20. Let's listen in on some of today's top plays. Here's Clark, 8 seconds left to go. Hesitates, angles right side, now gets it to Gabby Marshall for 3, drills it. Bounce pass inside, Williams, turnaround, left-handed hook shot, no good. Sydney Falter gets the rebound, falls down. Little friendly fire there as Martin was going after the rebound as well. Clark drops a bounce pass inside, Stalky, strong left-handed layup is good. Gets it in to Marshall, now back to Caitlin. She'll fire a three-pointer, swish from the right side. Up and under move with the right hand, no good. Martin grabs the rebound. Clark in the backcourt. Gets away from Hansen, who tried to take a charge. Slips it off to a Falter for 3, left wing. Swish! Sydney Falter. 48-39. 50 seconds left to go. Hawks with Clark. A deep three-pointer in transition from 38. Count it! Reverse the ball to Clark. Gets a screen, brings it in between the circles. Now in the corner to Kate Martin. Moves toward the paint. Spin. Bank shot. Good.
There, she's got it.
74-57. Clark for 3 straight away. Count it. 3 for Clark. Martin to Ediger. Back to Martin to Ediger. Tried to go up but kicked it back to Feuerbach, who drives to Ediger. Now back out to Marshall. Count it. A 3 from the top of the key. Unbelievable ball move. That was almost the play of the game, even though the game was already well in control for the Hawkeyes. But that was a lot of passing, block to block, in, out.
Yep. It was like they were determined to get A.J. Ediger the 2 points, but it ended in a Gabby Marshall three-pointer.
And it all ended in a Hawkeye 95-68 victory over Michigan. And the great news is we're not done yet in downtown Minneapolis, Iowa, and Nebraska. Tomorrow, you better get back and get some rest.
I know.
Quick turnaround.
It is a quick turnaround for everybody, especially these players. And I kind of mentioned it on Coach Bluder's interview, but the amount of work and time that all the assistant coaches put in that it's just not visible to the regular folks. It's pretty incredible. And she'd mentioned in your pregame preparing 2 full scouting reports. Now we know we're up against Nebraska, but it's a lot of work that goes in on the back end.
Well, and that's a situation, too, where, okay, you think Ohio State's going to win, you think Indiana's going to win, but that's just not the way things always end up. And the Hawkeyes are the best seed moving forward even today, because you had Maryland as an 8 seed, Nebraska as a 5, and Michigan as a 6, and then Iowa at 2. So in the top half of the bracket, you have 1 and 4 knocked out, and in the lower half, number 3. So Iowa's kind of the lone survivor of the teams that got the double bye into a quarterfinal action, and you have to prepare for all scenarios. And the good news is Iowa and Nebraska know each other well and know the personnel, so just to make sure nothing is really new from a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I think, you talked to Coach Jay about it, but we know what Nebraska's all about at this point in the season. Jazz Shelley and three-point shooting, and Markowski down low and her rebounding. And there's obviously much more to the team, but that's the gist of it, and that is no easy task for the Hawkeyes. I think we're seeing Nebraska maybe started when they upset us on their home court, really playing their best basketball of the year right now. So it's also, you have that dynamic, I'm sure, in the Hawkeyes' minds, this sort of sour taste of essentially Nebraska taking away the Big Ten regular season championship from them. I'm sure they're thinking they're not going to do it here in the Big Ten tournament as well.
Iowa did break the Big Ten tournament single game, a team record with 30 assists. And Caitlin Clark is now the Big Ten's all-time leader in free throws made as well. And Clark also recorded the 3rd most assists in a Big Ten tournament single game with 15 today. So who knows what'll happen tomorrow, maybe more.
But the 30 assist I knew had to fall somewhere in some sort of record book because it was impressive. And again, you think Caitlin, I don't know how many minutes she had off the top of my head, but probably if she would have stayed in if it would have been a closer game, or we could have seen even more assists out of her.
Yeah, 31-53, and that's a good point too, because Hannah Stogge, hopefully she's okay tomorrow.
Yeah.
She limped off the court late, played 17 minutes and 14 seconds. Sydney Fulter 28-20, Kate Martin 29-18, Caitlin 31-53, Gabby 28-56. So not 36 or 37 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah, they've all peeled a couple of minutes off their timeout on the court, which again is to win in that fashion and play 4 or 5 minutes less than you normally do. That's a victory.
University of Iowa Energy Collaborative has been a presenting sponsor all season long of Hawkeye women's basketball. You can visit iowaenergycollaborative.com. And that'll wrap up our coverage for semifinal action tonight as Iowa defeats Michigan 95-68 to get set to face Nebraska tomorrow for the Big Ten title. The Hawkeyes going after 3 Big Ten tournament championships in a row. Nebraska winners over Maryland 78-68. For Tiffany Reedy, I'm Rob Brooks. Once again, thanks so much for listening along the Hawkeye Radio Network, Sirius XM, the Varsity app, or the University of Iowa YouTube page. We appreciate it, and we will greet you tomorrow morning at 10:45 on the pregame show. The tip set for just after 11 o'clock, Iowa and Nebraska. Another round between the Hawks and the Cornhuskers. Final score once again, Iowa 95, Michigan 68. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
This has been the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Biodiesel, moving Iowa forward. Hawkeye women's basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Authentic brand. Elevate your everyday style with a premium label of choice. Hy-Vee. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.